we're back. Today we're going to be swapping out some new rear suspension. Got some Progressive 412 series shocks. These are stock length, standard spring strength. They're not the heavy duties. Everything I was reading for options, this standard seemed like the way to go. So these are just the stock shocks that came on the Magna 40 years ago almost. So honestly, I don't have any problems current, like nothing specifically. Mind you, this is my first motorcycle, so it might just be I don't know what could be different. So I'm just going to get these guys on here today. It should be a fairly easy swap. I'll lead you along the way if I find anything weird, but basically we got a bolt, Allen head up here, got another bolt, nut down here, and that should be about it. We have it on the center stand right now, so the rear wheel is off the ground, and I'm just going to get to it, get one side replaced. It's the same on the other side. Let's see what happens. All right, show you quick. Nut off, nut off. Just gonna show. It looks like to be two washers, smaller diameter there, bigger one there. That should be to space it out so it actually can rotate freely, I believe. So, doing things a little out of order here. They're on the bike now, but I want to talk about kind of why I wanted to do this. Mainly just because these shocks, stock ones, are 40 years old. Bike only has 22,000 something miles on it. Where are we at? 22,367, something like that. But I was thinking after 40 years, reading a lot of people's reviews, reading a lot of accounts of owners of these bikes in general, they say this is definitely an upgrade. I'm going to have to set the sag once I get it back on the ground, which will be easy. I just need some help to actually measure it while I'm on the bike, because I need to be on the bike with my gear to set the sag. So you want to set it to, I think for the Magna V45 this year is 11.25, 11.5 inches when it's compressed with a load on it. So I think right now it's like 12.5 or something like that, full length. So what you want to do is you want to get on the bike and you're going to set that sag. I'll do a video on that as well. But this was just going to be the install. I wanted to get these on the bike. Might be going for a ride tomorrow. So just wanted to do that quick, see how they were going to feel, actually get some miles on them. But finish out this video, wrap it up, and we'll keep on trucking. All right. We are installed, torqued. To be honest, I just hand-tying that one just because I don't feel like taking off the exhaust. That was the only thing I would say there. If you want to use a socket, my exhaust is not stock, but I think the stock would be even more in the way of that bolt or nut. But both sides are on. I will say I might get a couple washers to take up some space here. I don't think it's necessarily going to move, but I think that might be worthwhile. But I think that is pretty much it. I'll do another video Just talking about how the difference is, how it feels, see if there is any difference. I mean, full disclosure, I paid for the shocks myself, full price. They were very gracious to charge me all of the normal price that they do. And these were about, I want to say $300. And these are the kind of the basic shock, if you will, from them. But it should improve the ride. I've heard a lot of anecdotal evidence that these definitely help. A lot of Harley owners upgraded these guys, but I want to see what they do. I think they do look maybe a little nicer than the stock ones. They don't have the big nitrogen reservoir on them, but I think they look good on the bike. I think that might be it for this video. Pretty simple, something easily done. As you can see, I'm doing it in the parking lot of my apartment, so you don't need a garage to work on everything. I actually grabbed the tools from my brother's garage where I normally work on stuff. So I think that's going to be it. Everyone have a good day. Ride safe. Out.